Hello and welcome to Absent-mindedness, Dyslexia Stories. I'm your host Rachel and welcome to the final. This is episode 10. And in this episode I want to give you all a final note on dyslexia. I wrote it down here and I hope you get it. I hope you find it meaningful. I find it really important to put it across. So, please, if you're out there and can relate to what I've just spoken about, in the last few videos, please go and take a genuine dyslexia test. You can inquire about a test at your local school or college. In my own experience, I took a paper exam rather than a computer exam. I also had an interview type thing. Yeah, I actually wrote that in here. Where the examiner gave me a series of questions. I cannot remember the questions, but I do remember that there was a question about remembering. I remember that it was a question about remembering phone numbers. I spelled numbers wrong. Yeah, I am still pretty rubbish at them, which you may have noticed. I briefly talked about this in past episodes. And that's another key point. I can remember my house number, but I have known that for longer though. So please, if you feel that you have dyslexia or curious to find out more, please ask your tutor or professor. And if you're not in the educational sector, go and ask your doctor. I'm sure they'll point you in the right direction. This video may have been shorter than the rest of the videos, but it is a final note and I want to make it separate to my other videos. But again, if you're out there, you're curious about dyslexia, you feel that you or someone you know has dyslexia, please go and get a test. The sooner it's sorted out, the better. Don't let your school wait for you to find out. Go and inquire about it. Don't just sit there like me, being a potato, wondering what the hell has happened. If you feel like you are having these problems, go and ask a teacher that you are having these dyslexic problems. Even if it's just a certain subject you don't know about, just ask for extra help. The teacher may pick up on it. You may not have dyslexia, you may just hate the subject, but if you really generally feel you may be dyslexic, go and see a doctor. Go and see a teacher. Go and see a professor. Go and see your tutor. Honestly, once you find out, it will be all better. It will be either you have it or you don't have it. Either way, it's good to know. Sooner the better, the better. And I hope this message is meaningful to you. Again, I want to thank you all so much for watching my series, Absent-mindedness, Dyslexia Stories. I hope what I had to say was meaningful to each and every one of you, and I hope people who know me out there know what I go through and know an in-depth view of how I cope with life. Again, I created this series to tell everyone out there that I am dyslexic and how I cope with life, and I am slightly different to everyone else. Again, during my time with being on the internet, I have significantly noticed that some people do pick up on bad spelling and bad punctuation. Yes, okay, I cannot spell or do punctuation correctly. Who gives a monkeys about that? Seriously, it's not important. When spelling and grammar is important, it's for work purposes. If you're just in a casual conversation, it is not important. The main importance is to understand what the person is saying. Who cares about commas? Who cares about full stops? Who cares about capital letters? As long as you've got the bare bones of a good language down on paper or on screen, then it's okay. Doesn't really matter how the English language is perceived, or any other language, as a matter of fact. Yes, there may be a few spelling errors, but as long as you understand what that word means, who cares? Okay? Okay. Glad to get that off my chest. I've got more to talk about, but there's no time. It's the best way to go for it. So again, thank you all so much for watching Absent Minds. I have been your host, Rachel, and I'll see you all later in more videos on my channel.